Morning, guys. This is my first video from the new patio, and I can honestly say after 10 months my life is starting to feel like normal again. Now, first off, I like to say I have three types of subscribers: those who like the Amazon videos, those who like the camping videos, and those who like it when I just share little crazy things in my life. And I appreciate each and every one of you. But shout out to those Amazon video lovers, because it was mostly you that gave me, and wait for it, 1,000 subscribers. Now, the first night I was here was Thursday night. When I woke up Friday morning, I had 1,000 subscribers. So shout out to D Showtime ASMR, because you, sir, were the 1,000th subscriber. Now, when I figure out how to work all the new tools that YouTube has given me, and I pick up a new laptop, I'll try to do something special for you. But for right now, a shout out is the best I can do. Okay, this video is going to be an Amazon video, as you can tell from the title. Is there a crisis at Amazon? I am really starting to wonder. So let me tell you what I know, and then you can make your own decisions. Let's get started. Okay, for reasons I'm sure you can understand, I have to be kind of vague about the event that occurred at my Amazon. Protect the innocent and Sheila's job. But basically, we had a small incident. It wasn't what could be a life-threatening incident. Mostly, it was just inconveniencing and a little bit scary for about 15 seconds. And then it just dragged on in a non-life-threatening form for about 2.5 hours. So what happened was, we had this non-life-threatening event, which actually would have been a great time to work our emergency, even if you didn't evacuate us from the building, but a great time to work on those types of things, how to do head counts, what to do with us as we're all hanging around with nothing to do, because of this little thing, we really couldn't do our jobs. So for the first hour, nobody knew anything. You know, so we were all in little groups. You know, we were told to step away from our machinery because it may just pop back on. Nobody knew what to do. People went to the bathroom, people went to the break room. Nobody was contained. It's my opinion, a couple of people probably just said, fuck it, I'm clocking out and going home. And then an hour later, and here's one of my big peeves, an hour later, they decide to gather us all on two lines that run the entire length of the warehouse, 6 feet apart, so they could do a head count. Now, in any kind of basic 101, you know, there's an emergency at our factory, what should we do? You know, catalog. I think head count should be like right up there with number one, as soon as possible. So an hour later, we're all straddled along these two lines, and they come down the line and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What the fuck kind of accurate counting is that? Do you know how many people are in that warehouse? And by that point, people weren't even 6 feet apart anymore, because now it's obvious that things aren't going well, and people are slowly losing respect for the leadership. Okay, so that didn't work. So then they say, okay, this time have your badge out. At this point, 6 feet really wasn't, you know, in place. And there are little groups, and so, you know, the guy's coming down the line, and he's running to this side and scanning this badge, and running to that side and scanning that badge. And I'm looking at this, I'm like, this is the fucking Three Stooges. Who does this? What makes you think you're going to get an accurate count? Okay, everybody clocks in and out of this building several times a day. You can't print out something? You don't have an emergency backup something that will print out something that tells you who's in this building and start calling off names and have people raise their hand. Anybody's name that's on that list doesn't raise their hand, investigate. Anybody's name that wasn't on the list and they're here, investigate. But it seems to me that would be the best way to do it. Okay, so the 2 Mickey Mouse ways accounting didn't work. So then we try the second Mickey Mouse way accounting one more time. Okay, if you're going to do it that way, then go down one line at a time and then come back up the other line. And as you scan a badge, tell them to move the fuck away. And then go to the next person. Okay, move away. Then go to the next person. Okay, move away. That way you keep some control and you don't get confused. I don't think they ever got the head count right, in all honesty. And what had, if this had been something like a fire and life-threatening? At this point, there was a loss of trust in leadership. We have something called the safety save. If you see something at the plant that's unsafe, then you have to write out a little slip. You can either do it on paper or you can do it on the computer. You know what? I hate those. And the reason why they went to the computer and they come to your station and stand there and watch you do it, because people like Sheila would take the piece of paper, go, okay, and toss it. Because who wants to do that? You know, if there's a safety issue, which there shouldn't be because they are usually pretty good about it, it's something that can't be fixed readily anyway. Otherwise, it'd have been fixed by now, you know? So my safety save issue was leadership is a liability. Until you retrain them properly, they no longer have confidence of the people they have leadership over, and they are a liability. And had this been a serious incident, there could have very easily been loss of life because of their ineptitude. So my safety save is leadership is a liability. That's what I wrote. And, you know, I went home. Now, I got home about a half an hour later than I normally get home. And y'all know I had shit to do because I would take the truck to work loaded. Okay, and when I got off at 5 o'clock, or if I was lucky enough to get some VTO, I would just go ahead and take the load to the next town. Because that's the only time I could do it. Remember, I tried to get some time off. They only give you time off now if you have the virus. I got sick the other day. I mean, sick. And here's another thing. I'm talking sick. I'm talking I damn near had to crawl. First of all, I have to give an hour notice. So, sick or not, I have to wait out an hour, and I have to keep working. By the time that hour was up, I was throwing up in the trash can. I damn near crawled from my station to my car, right past the leadership desk, okay? You know what they said? Good night, Sheila. Have a good night. I should have thrown up on their stupid asses. So the next time I came to work, because that was the last day of my shift before I had my 3.5 days off. Fortunately for me, I have a good doctor. We both know what went wrong, although it wasn't something I could fix at the time. And because I was working, it wasn't fixable there. What I should have done was, once I realized my body was shutting down, clock out for a half an hour, just let my body adjust to the fact that there was a change in it. And then if I had to, I could have gone back to work. But I didn't have that option, and nor did I ask, to be honest, because I didn't think I would get it. So I went straight back to work, and that's why my body shut down. So from now on, that's how I'll handle it. But hopefully it'll never happen again, because the doctor showed me and told me what to do if that ever comes up again. And God, I love my doctor. She has just made my life so much more livable as I get older, okay? Because once you start to get older, your body betrays you. And I'm still a little mad about that. So, I crawl past them. Nobody says anything. Security people, I'm stumbling around like I'm drunk. Nobody says anything. I make it to my car, and I can only assume I passed out in the truck, because when I clocked out, it was 2:30. When I woke up, I was still in that truck in the Amazon parking lot at 6:30 in the morning. And so now, not only am I mad because I can't trust you in an emergency, now I'm mad because I can't trust you to be aware enough to know when one of your people is having a medical emergency. I'm mad about that. And so when I came back after my 3 days off, I told them that I didn't feel cared for. We have an employee that if she doesn't take her meds, she's psychotic. How come y'all can't tell the difference? How come you can't tell the difference in this child's behavior when everything is okay and when everything isn't? What the hell do you people be doing besides having your head stuck in a laptop, rolling around, which isn't even safe, I might add, and looking at numbers? This warehouse is not just about numbers. There are people behind those numbers. And until you all understand that the people are as important as the numbers, and don't give me that bullshit about, well, Sheila, if something like this happens again, make sure you let me know. Fuck it, I just told you what's going to happen. Well, tell me what's going to happen now, because I just told you something. There better not be a next time, because the next time I may not come to you. I may go to another source, because obviously there's not a lot you can or will or want to do. So that's my thing with Amazon. And you all know I love my job. But it's just getting hard to like them. Okay? Also, I'm sure most of you have noticed Prime Day has not been announced. And the reason for that is we don't have enough people. Yeah, we hired a lot of people for the virus, but we couldn't do background checks. So none of those people came in as blue badges. Right now we have 3 segments of employees. We have blue badges, we have seasonal. Those are the people that Amazon wanted to hire as a blue badge, but couldn't use any labs for the drug testing, because all the labs were being used for the coronavirus. So they gave them the special title of seasonal. And then we have the regular temps who just don't have nothing. They just there, okay? They were told when they got a certain amount of hours, if the labs were open, they would do their drug test. And if their drug test came back good, they would get their blue badge. Now, Amazon also told them, we're not going to tell you, okay, your numbers are going to probably come up this week, so be prepared. It's up to you to keep your eye on that. Now, typically, before the virus, you knew when your start date was, and you knew when your orientation day was. And your orientation day is the day that you get your drug test. And usually it's about 2 weeks out. Now, I'm the only person I know of that they called me in the next day. Damn good thing I don't smoke, because I probably wouldn't have got this job. But normally it's 2 weeks out. Everybody who smokes, and I don't even smoke, and I know this, 4 days clean. 4 days clean, and you can pass a pee test. 7 days clean, you can pass a blood test for marijuana or whatever. So by giving you your dates 2 weeks out, it actually kind of helps you along to get yourself prepared for that test. The seasonal people didn't get that. What happened was, the moment they hit their numbers, in other words, if it was 300 hours, the moment you hit 300 hours, somebody from HR was coming to get you and going, hey, come on, let's go get that drug test. You're going to be a blue badge. And people were stunned, and half of them failed. So we still don't have enough people to do Prime. I don't even know if we're going to do it this year. But someone had said, and we call it the news in the lanes, is that instead of doing 1 day, they're going to do a 3 day. And let's say it starts on a Wednesday. Someone said they might do a blitz on Sunday going, Prime Day starts Wednesday. You got 3 days. And if it was me, I would do it that way. Because this way you catch people by surprise. Everybody doesn't hit you at the same time. And because that's the only way we're going to get it done. So those are my issues with Amazon these days. Do I love my job? Damn fucking right. Baby, I'm loving this balcony, okay? I feel like Sheila got her life back. And thank Amazon for that. But by the same token, I mean, we all been through some shit. I just started looking better. We have all been through some shit. between peak and pandemic. But you have to realize y'all not the only ones suffering. Don't crack down on us like this. We suffering too. So, I just don't know what to say. And I just hope it gets better. I hope it gets better, because this is where I want to stay for the next year or so. Okay, the house is still look the same as it did the other day, so ain't no reason to show you that. But when I do get it together, I'll show you. So, again, I want to thank you all for the 1,000 subscribers. And once I figure out how to work all the new stuff, maybe I'll do some different stuff. But in the meantime, you all take it easy. Have a great day. And, I think Prime is still coming. See you later.